we're missing 7.8 million.
Right, you still want your dough.
Yeah, it's not fair. Everybody got allotments.
I think you have a newly elected official who just doesn't even understand the process.
Two Clark County politicians, one multi-million-dollar dispute. The 8 News Now investigators honing in on a $10 million controversy. It's money one county commissioner says another spent on his way out the door. And as our own Kyle Payne tells us, she wants it all back.
You can call my office and set up an appointment.
We set up an appointment with April Becker, the commissioner for Clark County's District C, as soon as we heard rumblings that she was missing millions of dollars she thought was waiting for her when she was sworn in.
Right before I got sworn in. This would have been the last meeting of December.
The last meeting of last December.
It's been an incredible journey, and I thank everybody for the experience.
Was the last meeting for then District C Commissioner Ross Miller.
If it sounds like it's too good of a deal, they should really do their homework.
The former Secretary of State, now a Las Vegas attorney in private practice, Miller served one term and opted not to run for a second, paving the way for April Becker after Miller held office for 4 years.
I live in District C. Nothing's been done. I mean, there's been no new money spent in District C in over 4 years.
And that's not an exaggeration. That's
not an exaggeration.
Exaggeration or otherwise, Becker had big plans for District C. So when she found out almost $14 million given to each district was gone from hers.
I went back, I read the minutes, and then I did my research. And yes, it makes no sense.
So let's make some sense of it. The original amount given to each district was $14 million for an account created primarily to improve and develop the county's parks. But each district's $14 million quickly sank to less than 10 because
I do not have a specific recollection of whatever the act of deleting was that day, no.
The county settled a lawsuit for $80 million in a case involving a proposed housing development on Blue Diamond Hill, in which another commissioner, District F's Justin Jones, was found to have wiped his phone clean of text messages he was not supposed to delete. Part of the way the county paid that hefty settlement was to take about $4 million from the $14 million in each district's discretionary parks account, leaving $9.8 million for each commissioner to do with whatever it is they wanted to do, bringing us to the one thing everyone can agree on. Ross Miller, in one of his last acts as county commissioner, spent every last penny, leaving the newcomer, April Becker, with none.
Like down to the cents, like 33 cents. They wiped the whole fund out, and nothing has been done in District C.
Were it up to April Becker, she says she would have spent some of that $9.8 million to spruce up summer camps in her district like this one in beautiful Lee Canyon. But that's not what Ross Miller chose to do with what he calls his money. Not by a long shot.
So I knew that coming into office as county commissioner, that one of the key things I wanted to work on was the development of a creative arts district. We absolutely have to have one of those in Las Vegas if we're going to maintain our status as the entertainment capital of the world.
The entertainment capital of the world. Made famous by the King, Elvis Presley, and others who not only used to wow crowds on the world-famous Las Vegas Strip and do business down the road at Commercial Center in Las Vegas. The King used to shop at the jewelry store. And the Rat Pack.
So where we're sitting today, the composer's room, used to be the old Italian deli where the Rat Pack used to come after all their performances and dine.
Where the Rat Pack used to dine at a spot here at Commercial Center, where decades after the height of its popularity, this former Clark County commissioner gave all $9.8 million of those discretionary dollars to help develop it.
You've laid the seeds for things that are going to really blossom in commercial centers.
In the redevelopment area, in an entirely different district run by an entirely different county commissioner, the commission chair, Tick Segerblom.
And you would contend that Ross Miller's not the kind of guy who would pull a fast one on the way out the door?
It's just the opposite, just the opposite. Honestly, he's been trying to spend that money over here for years.
I spent 4 years working with stakeholders, constituents, following the reports that have existed for 20 years as to how to spend this money so that we can create catalytic projects that will reinvigorate this area and result in a creative arts district for Las Vegas.
Miller defending his depleting of those $9.8 million, saying when he took office, his predecessor did the same thing to him. The chairman saying that's how it goes on the Clark County Commission.
Most of us came into office and the the pot was dry.
And Sagerbloom says that's the end of it.
So Ross walked into $0 and Ross left his successor with $0.
Right.
And all is on the up and up there?
Right.
There's nothing nefarious.
Right.
Right or wrong, Sagerbloom still found a way to get a couple $1 million back to April Becker and District C.
Is that a sign that you feel like she may have a point?
No, honestly, I felt bad that she wanted to have some money. I'm the chairman of the commission, so I just felt this was a good thing to do.
But there's still 7.8 million.
Right. I imagine you want your money.
Yes, I do want my money.
I mean, the idea that somehow you would walk into office and based off of a previous budget, just inherit $10 million and go spend it without any planning, that's scary.
April Becker, though, isn't afraid to keep fighting for that money back. She says even if nobody did anything wrong, she has a problem with the process. And almost 4 years to sort it out until Election Day. Kyle Payne, 8 News Now.
April Becker will be up for election again in 2028. Kyle will be back tomorrow with a closer look at what the county has planned for Commercial Center. You can watch other reporting from our investigators as well as other stories impacting Southern Nevada on the 8 News Now Vegas TV app. It is available on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.